everybody, it's Lydia here. Today I'm creating my first ever tag. Ah! So I am a big theatre nerd and I particularly love musical theatre. It's so lovely and fun and wonderful. Ah! So I had a look around and I couldn't find another one that was inspired by musical theatre, so I thought, hey, I'll create one. So it's really simple, it's just 7 questions inspired by famous musicals, so let's do this. So musical number 1 is Wicked. What is your favourite fictional friendship? And I have gone for Merry and Pippin in The Lord of the Rings. I love these two. They're just so out of their depth when they're thrown onto this crazy adventure. They don't know what's going on, but they always stick by each other's side, and then when they are pulled apart it's the most heartbreaking thing, and they're just like, oh, I don't want to leave, and then they find each other and it's wonderful, and I just love them. And yeah. Musical number 2 is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and this is your favourite villain, and I have gone for Tom Riddle in The Chamber of Secrets. I say Tom Riddle and not Voldemort because I love him in this book. I don't love him, but I love him because he is deliciously evil, and the whole thing about him infiltrating Ginny's life through the diary is so unnerving and creepy, and that there's something really clever about it. And I think Voldemort in general is a really interesting villain, but I particularly love Tom Riddle in Chamber of Secrets. Musical number 3 is Phantom of the Opera. What is your favourite fictional love triangle? And I have gone for the love triangle / quadrangle in the Grisha series between Alina, Mal, the Darkling, and Nikolai. Mainly because all the 3 guys in that are really interesting characters. Like, Nikolai is just really charismatic, he's really funny, and then you have the Darkling who's all brooding and then you have Mal, who is just generally a really nice guy. And it's great that you don't have like one character who is clearly gonna be the winner in it because he's the most interesting or the most fascinating, because they're all cool. I love them all. The Darkling less so because he's the Darkling. But yeah, that's a really interesting thing. Triangle, quadrangle? Why do we call it quadrangle? Why is it not a square? Love square, there we go. Musical number 4 is The Lion King. You know how the best characters in The Lion King are Timon and Pumbaa, and they're just freaking amazing. Well, this one is your best fictional sidekick, so I have gone for... he's not so much a sidekick, I don't know. I'm breaking my own rules already. And that is Colonel Fitzwilliam in Pride and Prejudice. He's barely in this book, but he's just a really nice guy, and I always think, oh, I really want him to like find someone nice, and oh, he's so lovely. And he doesn't like cower away from Darcy. Like, Bingley's great, he's so nice, but he's almost too nice, and he doesn't like to criticise Darcy very much, whereas Fitzwilliam is just like, you're being an idiot, get on with it. And I love that, and he's so nice, and I wish he was in it more, and yeah, him. Musical number 5 is Grease, and this is probably going to be controversial because I know people love that movie, but I have problems with that movie because the ending is not good. So this one is the book with your least favourite ending, and I have gone for, again, a really controversial one, and I'm going to say We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I think I've probably mentioned before, I don't particularly love this book at all, but the ending in it I just found really cliche and annoying, and I hated it. I mean, in general I didn't like the book, but the ending in particular really annoyed me. I think I wouldn't have disliked it so much if that ending hadn't been that ending. So yeah, that's my worst ending. Musical number 6 is Matilda the Musical. What is your favourite adaptation of a book? It can be any form, whether it's TV, film, or like mine, theatre. I have gone for this one because I already did the book adaptation tag a couple of weeks ago, in which I talked about my favourite films and TV adaptations, so I have gone for a theatre one, and I'm going to say the Punch Drunk production of Masque of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. Now, I know this is really difficult to talk about because obviously a lot of you probably didn't see it, but I'm just going to tell you it was one of the most incredible things I've ever experienced, let alone theatre alone. It was amazing. It was basically a completely immersive theatre experience where they converted 5 floors at the Battersea Arts Centre into Gothic house place. That's really weird. But basically you went round on your own, you could walk around on your own sets, 5 floors in all these different kind of gothic houses. They had a massive like winding staircase. There were little cupboards where you got dragged into rooms by creepy actors. That sounds really weird, but it's like, it was amazing, and it was an adaptation of 5 of Poe's short stories. So it was The Mask of the Red Death, Telltale Heart, The Raven, I think, Fall of the House of Usher, and one other, I can't remember which one it was. But it was incredible, and I honestly wish I could experience it again and again, because if you've ever been to a Punch Drunk production, you'll know what I mean. They're amazing. But yeah, that is my favourite adaptation. And the final musical is Les Mis. Now before I go on, I just want to say I'm going to put all the questions below from this, but the next question has a big spoiler for One Day by David Nichols. If you haven't read their book, I recommend stopping now and just checking out the questions down below, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. If you have read One Day, then this question is favourite death in a book. And as you can probably guess, I'm going to say Emma. Now, even though I was so angry when I read this, it blew me out of the water, and I was just so shocked. I mean, when I turned the page and he was like, she died, or whatever it was just like, what? Wait, what the... And it shocked me so much, and I have to say that because books, you know, there's not very often like you'll turn a page in a book and be completely shocked by something. Like normally they lead up to it and you can guess just a couple of seconds before it happens that it's going to happen. But still, this one was just like, okay, fine, you've just destroyed my life. Why did you do that? And so that is my favourite death in a book. And that is my musical theatre tag. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to tag the first 10 people on my subs list when I looked through, and those were Hannah at Story Nut, Angie at Pastel Rose, Dylan at Books with Dylan, Rachel at Evil Clementine, Katrina at Little Book Owl, Michael at Bitten by a Radioactive Book, Tiffany at The Crafty Home, Sarah Jane at The Book Life, Sabrina at Stay Cucino, and Lainey at Gingery's Lainey. Do it if you're a musical theatre fan, or if you're not, it's just a normal tag, but I created it, so I created a tag, guys. So that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do this tag, then please let me know below, because I would love to watch your videos, and I will see you again tomorrow, so bye.